Peace, infinite waters diving deep once again. The time has come for another way to live, because the way we are living is not working. You can only fool yourself for so long. And on the planet, so many of us, we have this gut feeling that things aren't right. Things seem weird, they seem strange. I had this on my journey when I was studying. Something didn't seem right about planet Earth. And when you have that gut feeling, follow it, because that's your intuition. That is the inner voice which so many of us, we drown out, telling you to question, to dive deeper, to go into who you are, to tap into your authenticity. And the time has come on the planet where so many people out there are taking responsibility to realize that they are creating their own reality. They're creating their own world, and therefore they don't need this world. Because the consensus world, the world which everyone is plugged into, is the Maya, the illusion. Because ultimately, everyone is creating their own universe within themselves. So, for me, on my journey, I'm realizing I have to get back to basics, where it's about getting back to nature. Sometimes people say, do you feel your videos are making an impact? And for me, I definitely feel so. I definitely feel the work of others are also making this impact, because all you need is one pebble to create that ripple, which is needed. And that will change the course of the ocean for eternity. So whatever you have in your heart to share with the world, share it, make a video, because it is that pebble that you need. And the time has come where many people want to become greater. The system we live in, some people call it the matrix, has a consciousness. So what happens when you're living in this system with this consciousness and you outgrow it? Therefore, you realize it's not working. What happens when you outgrow this system? Something major happens, because you say to yourself, nothing makes sense. What am I learning at school? What am I going to work for every day? If it's not sustaining my soul, what am I doing? You have to take more responsibility, because right now on the planet, we're at a major shift where people are beginning to see themselves once again as limitless beings. We're beginning to see ourselves more than just this 3D vehicle. We're beginning to see ourselves and to not be ashamed of who we are. Because many of us, we really want to talk about how we feel. However, the alarm rings. Don't do that. Don't show the world who you really are. So many of us, we're actually living a double life. We're living two lives. We're stuck in between two worlds, and it's this conflict which is going on. And on my journey, I realized I want to live in one universe, because the time has come where we reveal ourselves. Many of us, we have that poker face. So more and more, as I see how so many people are rising with the changes that are happening on the earth, the time has come where people do not have to externalize their power. They realize everything exists within themselves. So there is no need to search for an external messiah. Many people on planet Earth have been looking for someone to save them, a savior. And a lot of great masters have had these great spiritual moments of awakening. However, people, instead of going on their own journey, they began to worship them, when in essence, Mother Earth births all of us. So that is the only authority, because we're all children of Earth, of Mother Nature. And it's just amazing because a lot of us, we're reaching a point where we're manifesting things. Even when we're not so-called working in this system, things are just manifesting, because that is part of the secret. When you actually say to yourself, less is more. Many of us, we're living in this materialistic world where the more things I have, the more value I give myself. But in essence, the more you're stuck in matter, you get stuck in the 3D, you get trapped here. So on my journey, I've realized you have to let go of a lot of these hard things which are keeping you here. You have to let go of all that heavy energy which is keeping you stuck. And the time has come where people are not looking at the TV in the same way. I used to watch TV a lot. Now, anything I see on the TV, I realize is programming. Hence, program. We're so much more. We deserve so much more, because abundance is our natural state. Being free is your birthright. And the time has come where the old way is no longer working for many of us, because when you know something, everything changes. There's no excuses, because you have to take responsibility. Responsibility is responding to your ability. Therefore, sometimes we see other people who seem to be very so-called asleep. However, you don't know their own life journey. All you have responsibility of is your own vehicle. And therefore, we have to allow other people the freedom to experience their own reality. But the time has come where people are going to be having so much fun when they realize that most of our life has been a lie. Most of what we've been told has been used to control us, as opposed to free us. Because when you are free, you become very powerful. You become sovereign. You become, in essence, that star which you're seeing at night. And it's contagious, because when you're around other people who have knowledge of self, know thyself, then it spreads. And that's what so many of us, we have to continue to do on this planet, to always bring to the forefront the infinite possibilities that exist. Because many of us, we say, oh, there's only one way. When you say there's only one way, you limit yourself to the other infinite possible ways there are. Because there are only infinite possibilities on this planet. So there are many ways to do the same thing. It's one world and many realities. So this whole way of just realizing, moving out of linear time, enjoying life, having fun, doing what you've always wanted to do. People say, well, you know, what you're talking about sounds good, but you need money. How are you going to do it? And for me, I've done some videos on money. When I look at money, I realize we are the currency we are working for. And yes, you need money. Don't let anybody fool you that you don't. However, realize that if you're going to work, make sure you're doing what you love. That way, you can actually be receiving something, but at the same time, you're also impacting on something else. It's not just about give me my money and let me just consume and consume and consume, because money is a collective belief system. This paper money is fiat currency. It has no inherent value. You are the money. Many of us, we're actually killing ourselves for a check. Many people die over money. And they sell their souls for money, not realizing that they are the actual money. You are as precious, more precious than diamonds and gold. So we have to realize that we are meant to be living in abundance. Some people say, well, if you are so-called spiritual, you should have nothing. No, we should have everything. Eat as much as you want. Go to the most fancy holidays where you have the most beautiful white sand, because all of this is yours. So when you realize Earth doesn't put a price on anything, we do. We enslave ourselves. Mother Nature has given us everything to have the most beautiful and magnificent existence. But it all starts for us to share with other like minds and to continually remember who we are. Because the best way to get something out there to someone is in an indirect way. And many great artists have done this. Whether you have singer-songwriters, comedians. Some comedians are the most serious people in real life, but they have this amazing ability to talk about truth in a funny way, so they actually get more people to listen. So whatever gift or talent you have, inspire humanity. You don't have to talk about the same things. You don't even have to talk about things of a spiritual nature. All you have to do is manifest who you are 100%. And in turn, that will cause the domino effect which is needed to raise Earth's vibration. But the time has come where we are not having it anymore. We are not gonna suffer because we didn't come here to suffer. This is an airport as I see it. Planet Earth is an airport. We are immortal, but at the same time, these vehicles come and go. However, the energy inside of you will live on forever, taking on many different forms. However, nature wants to use us, we will be used. So it's just amazing when people realize they are the power they seek. They are the questions they ask and the answers. They're both. And the more we let go, the more nature reveals itself to us. But it's a beautiful world. And the time has come for another way. And as I'm seeing, what I'm doing in my own journey is to let go of fear more and more. And to let go of fear, the biggest thing that's helped me is to face your fear. Any fear you have, face it, and then see what happens. And if you survive to tell the tale, then face another of your fears. And then you realize that, wait a minute, all of these fears I have are actually just one fear. And that one fear is, can I become who I am? Many people are afraid of who they are. They feel they're inadequate. And I'm letting that all go. So it's beautiful just to connect with beautiful like minds. The time has come for another way. And that other way is right here, right now, because many people all around the globe are awakening to a world of infinite possibilities, to realize that, in essence, we are so much more. What kind of a life are you living? Press pause. And that's what I did. And it's liberating because the journey continues. It's a continuous process. Have fun, be outrageous, be bizarre, love yourself. It's all within you. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace.